Hey loves, how are y'all? I miss you, and I'm gonna do about 30 minutes of yoga to get us started. So find your mat, make sure you have a towel in case you get sweaty, and let's get started. Okay, we're going to take a seat on our mat. I'm going to sit cross-legged. That's comfortable for me. If it's not comfortable for you, feel free to have your legs straight in front of you. Whatever's good, best for your knees. So we're seated. We have our hands palm up or palm down. Palm up for energy and palm down for grounding. So whichever is more comfortable for you today. Let's just close our eyes down and let's just breathe for a moment. So inhale, hold it, and exhale. Let's inhale and hold it, and exhale. So with your hands on your legs, just close off anything that's going through your mind. It's such a crazy time in our world right now. So let's just think about this corner of our world and on our mat and our bodies, and let's just think peace for the next 30 minutes or so. So let's take another deep inhale and another exhale. In our next inhale, let's breathe our hands up overhead. So kind of wiggle right here, like we're stretching our back. I feel this a really lovely stretch in my lower back. And let's just breathe our hands back down besides our legs. And let's do another inhale up above our head. And this time we're going to take our left hand and place it on our right leg. And we're going to place our right hand behind us and just switch, or just kind of twist a little bit. Let's take a big inhale right here. And a little better twist on the exhale. And then let's breathe our hands back up. And let's switch. Hand to knee and hand to mat. And twist the other way. A big inhale and exhale. So let's breathe both of our hands back up. And let's just place them on our knees again. And let's do like really kind of arch your back. And squeeze your middle, your shoulders to your knees. And back up again, arch. And squeeze. So let's breathe our hands back up. And let's just put one hand in front of us and the other behind us. And let's look for this hand, the hand behind us. Breathe up and switch. Let's do that again. Breathe up and switch. Breathe up and switch. Let's breathe both hands up. Place one hand by your side and reach over the top. Now as we're reaching, I want you to turn your pinky to the ceiling. And just get a nice side body stretch. I feel it all right here. Let's breathe back up and switch. A nice open rib stretch. And back up. I want you to place your hands on the ground. This is tabletop, so I'll do it from the side. So your hands are planted right underneath your shoulders and your knees are right underneath your hip. So we're going to arch like an old swayback horse. And then we're going to cat back. So really raise your back as high as you can and tuck your chin to your chest and tuck your bottom. Inhale, arch. Exhale, cat back. Let's do 2 more. 1, big breath. And exhale. 1 more. And exhale. So we're here on our hands and knees. We're going to take one arm out, and then we're going to take the opposite foot back. So from here, it's a little bit easier if you take a wider base. So this hand is out and this knee is out to give you a wider base to make this happen. And switch. So you're pressing your heel against one hand and your fingers against the other. I'm sorry, your heel against one wall and you're pointing your fingers at the opposite wall. And let's switch. And 1 more switch. So this time we're going to get tricky. It's going to be fun. One hand out, one foot back. Do a little squeeze and get as close to your knee and elbow touching as you can. We're going to do that 5 times. 1, 2, 3. Connie, I hear you mumbling. 4 and 5. Stretch as much as you can and place both hands down, both knees down, and let's do a couple of cat back and cow back is actually what the other one is called. So cat and the sway back, for whatever reason, is called cow pose. Let's do 1 more. And up. So neutral spine, when we're in tabletop, it starts at our tailbone and the top of our head, so it's a completely straight line. So we're not hanging and we're not looking up. We're just looking straight down at our mat. So there's no wrinkles in the back of our neck. It's just a nice neutral position. So now we're going to put the other hand out. Just one I just did, do the other. Here, crunch, and crunch, crunch. 2 more. Crunch and crunch. Stretch out as far as you can. Your head's in neutral spine, looking straight down at your mat, and both hands and knees down. Let's go through a couple of arches and cows. And we're going to come up on our knees, widen your knees a little bit. So this is called a camel pose. So what it's going to do is open up your abdominals. So place your hands right here, and we're just going to do a little back bend. So I feel this stretch starting right above my pelvis bone and really going up through my chest. So you can go here, you can touch. You just take this stretch as deeply as you want to open up your front side. Up, shake it out a little bit. Let's place our hands here and a little bit of an arch. Good. So we're going to do a couple of things in low plank. So everyone knows that plank can be on your forearms and your knees. So this is plank. This also is plank. But so is this. So when you're in plank position, hands are right below your shoulders. And then you have I always have a nice wide base with my feet. So they're kind of apart and not close together. So we're here. I would like you to start on your knees. So instead of being up like this, I want you to think about having like a straight back. So here, we're just going to tap one shoulder 5 times. And we're going to switch. Tap the other shoulder 5 times. So it's super easy to do this. What I'd like you to concentrate on doing is just stillness when you are doing that move. So to take it up a little bit, if you'd like to, those that want to keep it on their knees, we're going to do 5 more taps on each shoulder. And I'm going to do mine on my toes. Make sure my hands are right underneath my shoulders. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch. Don't forget to breathe. Whew. So not only is that plank working on shoulder strength, it's also core. There's a lot of core when we're doing any kind of plank position. So just anytime you do plank, try to keep a straight line in your body. Like, it's easy to do a pyramid. That's not really what we're going for today. So a nice flat body. You can take knee taps here if you're getting crazy. Just a lot of options to do just plank. You can do it during the commercials if you're watching TV in the evenings. Just really play with it at home. So we are going to come to standing. I'll have to back up some. Oh no, I'll be a headless yoga person today. So from here, we're going to just rise our hands up overhead. Hold on, I have to fix that. I can't be headless, that's just wrong. Okay, that works. Okay, hands are up overhead. My toes are together, my heels are together. If it's easier to widen your base, spread your feet out just a little bit. And we're gonna take this front hand and a backhand. And while we're doing that, I want you to think of keeping your hips facing the front of the room. So this is really a torso twist instead of a whole body twist. So hips are facing forward, one arm is in front, and the back hand is straight behind you. Like from your waist up, you're between 2 pieces of glass and you're just straight. So now I want you to look at that backhand. See if you can see your thumb. We're gonna breathe up and switch with our hips staying facing forward. Look for that hand. And up again. And let's just do that stretch one more time. And up, and one more. And up. Whew, shake that out. So, if you have your chair, oh man. I really do hate technology sometimes. Okay, so we're gonna take a chair pose. Our hands are up overhead or right in front of us. So our feet are hip width apart. You can see if I face this way that my feet are about hip width apart. So here, I'm gonna just take my seat back. Stand up. And I'm gonna take that back again. And up. We're gonna do it one more time. And from here, we're going to take this arm back. So while you're here, look at your knees and see if they're past your toes. If they are, take your booty back just a little bit. And let's take our hands in front of us and up. So we're gonna go down, back up, down, up, one more, down, and we're going to take the other hand and drop it behind us. Take a look at your knees and toes. How are they looking? And all the way up. From here, feet are hip width apart still. We're going to take this arm, and this one's going to go straight over. So We're not going forward or backward. We're just going straight over. And let's just hold that and breathe 5 breaths. Almost there, 2 more. Last one, inhale, both hands up overhead. So we're gonna take our other arm, it's gonna slide down our outside thigh, and we're going to reach straight over, and we're gonna breathe 5 breaths. As you're breathing, I'm getting a nice body stretch from my hip all the way up to under my arm. So let's say that's breath 3. 2 more breaths. 1, and breathe both hands up overhead. So from here, both ends are out. We make a nice T, and we're just going to make a nice flat back and stay right here. I want you, when you're here, I want you to wiggle on your feet, move forward and backward while keeping your balance. If you need a chair right here, hold on to a chair. So we're right here, kind of lift your booty to the sky, and then we're just gonna drape all the way down to the ground. Touch your knees, your shins, your toes, whatever you can reach for that. We're gonna take an inhale and an exhale. See if you can get a little deeper in that stretch. Another inhale and exhale. On your next breath in, we're gonna reach our left hand and reach for the outside of our left leg. I still have a nice flat back. I'm not arching or hanging my head. A nice flat back. I've got the outside of my leg, and I'm going to reach for the ceiling. And now I'm gonna look for my thumb. We'll take an inhale for length, and then twist. We're gonna breathe that hand down to our opposite leg. We're gonna raise this other hand up, and we're gonna look for it. A nice big inhale for length, and exhale for twist. From here, we're gonna place both hands on our shin, and just walk it up. A nice arch in our back, and cow. Arch, and cow. So I've almost made it to 20 minutes. I think that's gonna work for today. Tomorrow or Thursday, we'll do another one. I'm going to post this on Facebook. No, I'm not. I'm gonna post it on YouTube and send y'all all a link to this one. And right after this, I'm going to do a weightlifting that I will post and send it to the thing to each of y'all as well. I miss y'all. I hope you're doing okay. I can swing by and get mats for y'all if you need mats and bring them to your home. So whatever y'all need, if you'll just let me know. And I miss y'all and I love you. Talk to you soon.